name is Rebecca Hogan, and today we'll be talking about religion-based hate-related crimes. So over the past 40 years, religion has grown significantly in the United States. Specifically, non-traditional religions have become more and more popular. Also, people who don't specify which faith that they're in, or people who choose not to be part of a faith, have grown as well. Now, these non-traditional religions are often targets of violence. This could be because they're directly because of their religion, or it could be because their faith is seen as a representation for their ethnicity. Many agencies have tried to find patterns and to generate data for these types of crimes. The NCVS, or the National Crime Victimization Survey, reports that Americans typically experience 50,000 religion-related hate crimes per year. So in 1990, the government, they created the Hate Crime Statistics Act. Now, this act mandated a collection of data on hate crimes. Now, a hate crime is defined as a criminal offense against a person or property motivated in whole or in part by an offender's bias against their religion, their race, their disability, their ethnic origin, or their sexual orientation. This law, it doesn't classify the victims, it classifies the offenders by their motivation. Since there are so many factors at work here, some officers, they choose not to identify certain crimes as a religious hate crime. They might choose to classify it as a race-related hate crime or as a sexual orientation-related hate crime. Like, there's just so many ways to perceive a situation. Now, in 2013, police agencies reported 5,928 hate crimes, but only 6 were classified with 2 or more biases. So officers, again, are choosing to not report or choosing not to classify a crime with more than 1 bias. If they did, I'm sure the numbers of hate-related religion-based crimes would go up. In 2001, there was 10,000 crimes reported, and among those, there was 1,828 anti-religion crimes. So this number, it changes over time, but the proportion of hate crimes with a religious bias has stayed at 18 to 20% of all hate crimes. When looking at all of the United States, New York has the highest rate of hate crimes of religious bias at 20.7 crimes per 100,000 people. And the District of Columbia follows at 9.5 per 100,000 people. In 2004, 46% of perceived hate crimes in the NCVS were reported, and then this number dropped in 2012 to 36%. This could be due to police choosing not to report or classifying hate crimes as frequently as they did in the past, because they're occurring so much more now. So to combat this issue, one might suggest learning about other faiths, or just trying to understand that each person is responsible for their own actions. So they really shouldn't blame a whole religion for the acts of one person, because it was that one person who did something. And see, America is built on freedom, and that includes freedom of religion, and as long as it's not hurting anyone else, there's no need to try and take away someone's rights by committing a crime against them because they are of a certain faith.